This is our playtest lab where you'll be playing this afternoon. Hello, we're not here to play, we're still touring. Okay. So
this is where I sit and do these.
This is how actually people here at Epic work. So for those online who know Joe Groff, this is exactly what he does all day.
Pretty much.
So he just sits on the couch.
Sit on the couch, chill. And where the blender drinks.
Yeah. So every Friday we do. Somebody started calling it drunk testing.
Drunk testing?
Yeah,
drunk testing?
No,
that would
yeah.
be awesome.
So every Friday what we do is, so we have evening playtests. So we do playtesting every day. But generally it's from 4 to 5, but it's actually scheduled playtesting where we pick a specific group of 10 people that we want to play based on, their level of experience or whether they've played recently or not, those sorts of things. But then as we start getting later into the project, we start doing these evening playtests where we say, okay, if you've had your dinner and whatever stuff, the lab is now open to come and play. And so people just can get to see the game. It's really great for morale for people who maybe heads down on some art project who then can come and actually see the game and see all that stuff come to life. Shoot their coworkers, Jim in particular. But then Fridays what we do is we've got a Margaritaville machine, and we kind of like to do the daiquiris and the margaritas, and so it makes for much better Friday playtests are my favorite just because I'm a girl drink drunk, so that's what that is. Anyway, so you can see 20 stations. One of the cool things is we have this retracting wall. So we designed the space ourselves based on our previous playtest lab, and one of the problems we had was that people couldn't work as a team because they were so close to. Basically, our previous playtest space was smaller than 1/2 of this space. Like our previous place we would do playtesting was probably at the back of that couch to this wall. And so when you were playtesting, it was hard to get any sort of team work going on because someone would yell, "I'm going this way," and the other team would hear it and that kind of stuff. So when we designed the new space, one of the big things we really wanted to have was this wall that we could bring all the way across so that we could block out the other side so you can actually have team tactics and play as a team. So that was a big feature for us. So, and you guys were partly responsible for us to expand to 20 full stations, so we're able to have all of you play at the same time. Previously we were at 15 till this week when we now turn this spot into an additional 5. So we are good to go for this afternoon. Sorry?
Took my couch space.
Yeah, your couch space too. But, all right, so let's keep rolling because I know you're hungry. All right, so through the window you can see our server room that's still in progress, but it's got the cool elevated floors for cooling and cabling and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of our blades and all of our servers and that kind of stuff all happen in this space in here and perfectly temperature controlled and all the good stuff you want from a server room. All right, and so we head down to. So now we're underground. We've gone subterranean. Actually, that's what we should be naming. John, I just realizing we're underground right now.
Yes.
We should call this the Hollow.
Yes, that was actually Jess's idea, as a matter of fact. Yes. Yeah.
Jess, we're together. The Hollow. This is what this should be called.
So bunker.
Actually, come here, John. So this is our main QA lab. We have a lot of QA in the building right now, especially with Bulletstorm and Project Sword and Gears. John Taylor is the Gears test lead for Gears 3 test lead. So he put a lot of effort into our demo that we're about to go play. So he's had some long nights, as well as all the QA team. But anyway, yeah. So this is one of our main bays. So like I said, we probably have 3 different QA.
Yeah, we have this Bulletstorm and the playtest team.
Yeah, so
almost 50 guys.
Lots of QA going on.
Yep.
All right, thanks, John.
Enjoy, guys.
So one of the things they did was they actually put the lights that account for which floor you're on. So when you get off the elevator, you just count the number of lines, and you know whether you're on the 3rd floor, 2nd floor, or 1st floor. The only downside is that's really bright when you're getting off the elevator. But the way that we structured it was we kind of wanted. Early on, when I first came to the company, we had split the company based on what game they were working on. So on the previous building, it was like the 2nd floor was the Unreal Tournament floor, and the 3rd floor was the Gears floor. And what ended up happening is that as we finished Gears and Unreal Tournament ramped up, and then we went back and started doing Gears 2, we had a lot of churn of offices and people moving, and it just was really unsettling for people. They couldn't sort of settle in and have their space. And so when we designed the new space, we were trying to focus on trying to have it broken up more by discipline, so that you lose a little bit of that, particular team, a cross-discipline team working close together, but what you do get is the fact that disciplines are working close together and they're able to have set up home because they know no matter what team they're on, they can be in the same office. And so the third floor is really our programming or engineering floor in the new building. So this is where you can find the engine programmers, the gameplay programmers on Gears, those sorts of things. All the programmers are on this floor. The one sort of minor change in that is that we actually have the animation team up here as well, because they work so tightly with the programmers in terms of doing the animation for the game that it made more sense for them to be over here as opposed to the other building, which is basically where we've turned into the art building in some respects. The art and admin, the first floor is the admin, and the second and third floor are more about the art side on that building. So QA manager's office, of course, dark because he's a slacker. Locker room, laundry room, and it's all because of this, which is our fitness room. So the lights come on? Lights. Turn on. What have I done? All right. We're being naturally lit today. I don't know why the lights aren't coming on, but they aren't. So one of the things too is, trying to help with when you're working a lot, you want to have a place to go and relax and unwind and de-stress and that kind of stuff. And we just want to bring sort of a really high quality gym to the company. So this is, we have a couple people who are really up on fitness and this is the kind of things they do in personal training and stuff like that. So we went and kind of got a really good basically we can have a full-size gym in here with almost any machine you could possibly need or what kind of workout you want to do. But one of the new cool additions to our workout is this sort of multi-purpose room where people can do things like Pilates or yoga or any other kind of sort of class type workout. So in the past we used to use our motion capture lab for this kind of stuff. In the previous building we had a mocap lab where we would take one of our programmers taught Kung Fu, and we'd have yoga instructors and Pilates instructors, and it was okay, but you were in a mocap lab. Here it's a much nicer environment. You can actually do a lot more in here as well. So it's really nice to have that kind of, again, sort of a full-featured gym inside of your company is awesome. And in fact, one of the things that we were able to do too was get a policy update, so we're actually able to bring in personal trainers. So personal trainer I worked with a while ago, who I fell off the wagon and gained a bunch of it back, but she's able to come in and I can do my personal training here instead of having to do it at a private gym, so which is really cool. All right. As you can tell, I don't use either of these rooms. So, in the classic style of badly worded signs, one of the things we wanted to have was a light that would come on to say that people are actually recording in here. So we used to tape paper to the door to say like, okay, don't come in because we're recording and the machine is sensitive and stuff. And what we ended up with instead of capturing is captured. So it was a great sort of notion that I ended up tweeting early on, is that it was a classic mistake in signs, but the people inside have been captured instead of actually recording. Hopefully the lights will come on in this one. So this is our new motion capture space. So things, again, what we try to do is isolate different parts of the building based on visitors and stuff. So they have their own private bathrooms. So this is our new stage that we have for motion capture. You can see the outlines on the floor sort of reflect where the key areas are. So all the cameras that we have, I believe there are maybe 32 cameras. So this red square represents the key area where the fidelity and the quality of the motion capture is its highest. And so when we're doing scenes and stuff, we'll try to do it, everything will tend to play out in the square. We have all kinds of cool things like when we do vehicle sequences, we'll use these and they'll set up four of them and they'll put like a board down on top of them. And so that when people are like bouncing around in a vehicle driving, it's because they're bouncing on those tubes when we're doing motion capture. We have lots of pads for people falling over and all that kinds of stuff. So this is where we all kind of do. It's really nice having our own motion capture lab because it allows us to react to, if we make a change in a cinematic, we can instantly go and capture it, really quickly. We don't have to go and, hire a studio in LA and do it all there. So one of the cool things though is that we got, so in Gears 1, all of our motion capture in Gears 1 was basically with Nerf guns or water guns. And so then when NECA started creating the Lancers, we were able to take the NECA Lancers and we were able to use them for motion capture. So what we ended up having, we got them black so they weren't reflective, put the balls on them, added some sand to them to give them weight, and so now all of our motion capture are done with these weapons for people to get some more accurate representation of a Lancer as opposed to using a water gun or a Nerf gun. So it's been really cool from that perspective to get more accurate sort of weight to the weapons. Because before, with a Nerf gun and a water gun, you know, if you watch closely in the earlier cinematics, guns don't kind of have any weight at all in the cinematics, and actually animators have to kind of add that back in, a little bit of strain and stuff, whereas these ones actually have some weight to them, so you actually can kind of feel it when you're moving the gun around, which is cool. But again, it's all meant to be, they've done like 12-hour days in here, so we have a fridge and food, and we have this place where we do all the playback of our sound, because what we do is we create audio plays. So we take a cinematic, and we take all the voiceover from the cinematic, and we lay it out in terms of its timing, so you can listen to it as if it were like a radio play, and then we play it back in the room, and then the actors basically reenact that play as it's going on. So they've rehearsed their lines, but they can also hear the performance, and then they move to that performance. Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, we're gonna be grading your scores on ping pong and how good you are.
So play natural.
So yeah, this is one of our lounges. This is our sort of our main lounge where people can relax at work during breaks and lunch and stuff. So it's, you know, we've got our classic arcade games, TV to watch, you know, a particular sports event or to play, you know, other games, competitive or ours, and then foosball, pool, all the cool stuff that you would expect from a lounge. Damn. Okay, so let's go eat.